The stream is live.
Yay! Welcome everyone to Heart Centered Tarot. Of course, as always, my name is Marina and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And this is Taco Tuesdays with my amazing, wonderful, and talented co-host. David from Tarot by the Bay.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, he is the guy that has all the answers.
All of them. I've got a book. I've got a book down here with all the answers.
Yes. So, if sometimes I know that what he does tend to do is, after being asked the same thing over and over and over again, and so you might hear him say 47, 53. Is that's the page in the book that you always Anyway, so you've been busy. It's been interesting in the news.
Yes. It's such a slow news month.
I know.
Like slow news, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. My viewership has gone up tremendously. There is so much anxiety with the House Speaker, and now with Trump being on trial, the anxiety levels of folks has really been spiking. So a lot of my readings have been just focused on those two items, not so much that, hey, I'm getting lots of views, hooray, but as much as people want to know, they need to get the answers. It just takes the temperature down. And at the end of this week, hopefully I can back off on anything that's a 5-letter word that rhymes with Trump and do something else. But he keeps sticking his foot in it, and so I keep reading on it.
The gift that keeps on giving, just over and over and over again. That's exactly what he does. So, hey, everyone, for those of you that are here, Teresa Simpson, hello. Roxy, don't worry about misspelling my name. I answer to anything, pretty much anything. 2535 Apple, Janet P, Katie Arbuckle, Sherry. Hey, Sherry, Voices from the Swamp, Book Bewitched, Cheryl Plant Lady, Julie Torado, No Self. Hi, No Self. Robert Gerlach, Louise Fote, Becky Stone, Gigi Woodlawn. Author The Cat. I like that. Sharon Stanley, Margot B. Terror by the Bay. I heard stuff about him.
That guy.
We'll talk later. 99. Hilda Flores, I've got your question starred. Lisa Foster, Rose Blue. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining us. And yes, the thing is to, keep calm, because all this stuff is, sometimes the images or the comparisons that come to me are not that pleasant, but it's kind of like, it's kind of like if you're sick and you're trying to get better, that as soon as you get really, really sick, it's like, oh, okay, I'm over the worst of it. And then the good stuff comes, right? It's like lancing a boil and all that other stuff, right? Yeah, it gets a little worse before it gets better, but don't sweat it, you guys. This is all happening for a really, really good reason. And spiritually, we need this. Yeah. So, Lisa Keller says she's a fan of both of ours.
Yay.
Nice to know that. Barbara Nesper, thank you. Jamie Johnson, hi, Jamie. GMA6. Anyway, you guys, When this is over, y'all should see Bo on Israel. Absolutely. Absolutely. I saw that. I watched his video on that. Um, I will, for those of you who want just a little bit of laughter, I suggest that you go over and visit Randy Rainbow if
Oh
you have
yes.
checked him out. Check out Randy Rainbow. In fact, I have him on my community page. One of the things that he posted was a quote unquote short interview with the new Speaker of the House, whose name he couldn't quite remember. You know,
Exactly.
and can we speed this up, so that I can get to my announcement? And anyway, go see Randy Rainbow. You'll have a good time. You'll giggle. You'll laugh. It'll make you feel better.
And he's got like 24 new shows that he's announcing, but
Yeah.
none in California, sadly. I think he gets up to Washington State,
Yes. Yeah.
including
Yeah.
Bellevue, which is almost sort of getting near you.
Yeah. Yeah. I did check out and say, okay, yeah, how close is he? Can I do
Sneak on
this?
over,
Yeah, I
go visit
think.
friends in Vancouver.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, February 1st, you say? Let me check my calendar. I could be free that day. But yeah, so he's fabulous. And I love when he talks to his guests about being quote unquote gay and he puts on the
The pink
glasses.
glasses.
I just love to see that come out. Yeah. And Froxy Roxy, yay! You live in Washington State. Oh, Froxy.
Whereabouts, Froxy? I'm going to be in your neighborhood this Friday.
Yeah, it could be, some of us might want to come over and say, hi, how are you? Yeah.
Oh, and Barbara's up there too. My brother and I are flying into SeaTac on Friday morning. Last Thursday, I bought a used Miata, a 2007 Miata. It's got all of 17,000 miles on it,
Oh my
which
goodness.
is practically nothing.
It is nothing.
And
So,
we're gonna fly up Friday morning, take an Uber from SeaTac to Port Orchard, which if you could just fly like a crow, would be like 20 miles away. But you have to go around, either catch car ferry or drive all the way around. And then get some tires slapped on that thing because it's got the original tires on it from
oh my goodness.
2007. And we're going to road trip back down to California. And that'll be fun.
Nice. Nice. Hey, Susan. Nice to see you. Okay. So shall we kind of dive into it? And I'm contemplating whether or not I have some new cards.
Ooh, congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Because you know what? I had to get some new decks because the 68 decks that I already have wasn't quite good enough. Like, I was lacking. So anyway, yeah. And this particular one is actually quite interesting. It's called Spiritual AF. And yeah, it has on the one side it has a little saying, and then on the other side it's a little more of an explanation. But you know what? I've used it a couple times, and it may not be nice, but it's it kind of says it like it is. So I thought
it may not be nice. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh God, can you imagine a snarky Oracle deck?
I know. I know. So, yeah, let's do this in two questions. First thing that I want to ask is, how is Ivanka's testimony going to go?
Okay.
And then after we do that, then I'd like to know, is Trump going to be there when she testifies?
The drool cup. Ew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
How's your testimony going to go tomorrow? We're getting close to it now. Energy's settling in. All right.
Yes,
Entertainment purposes only and all that. How's Ivanka's testimony to go tomorrow? She's going to talk about agreements and contracts, which is exactly what she's supposed to do. She's going to talk about herself, that bank building, Trump, and everything along those lines. I've got another meaning for this card, but I'm kind of waiting to see what the crosses are. Oh God, yeah, she's gonna talk about valuations and kind of how they raise the valuations and lower the valuations and such, and how the numbers don't make any sense. But she was, her dad was telling her the numbers, so she's basically going to disavow that she had anything to do with it, and anything screwy was coming from her dad. This is her moment that she's about to go on her own. Because the minute you cross Donald Trump, you're pretty much out of the family at this point. Fortunately for her, she's got money. Her husband has money. So she's not beholden to the Trump legacy money in order to maintain her lifestyle. And she and Jared have dropped out of the political scene. They dropped out of the White House. They've kept a low profile. They've separated themselves from Trump. She did not want to do this, but she's kind of being forced to do this. So that was the other meaning I was going to have for this card. This was the agreement that she had. It would not surprise me if we found out that she's been cooperating with investigators for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if that will be revealed in this trial, but knock me over with a feather if we find that out. In the past, we've got the victory. Here's the look at me card. I think the past was she was originally excused from this case, but they brought her back in because some of her testimony would be relevant. She fought against that and basically said, I can't go. It's in the middle of a school week.
I know.
Cry me a river. Said the woman with nannies and stuff like that, and a husband. If my wife were in jury duty, if my ex-wife was in jury duty, and the kids need to go to school, guess what? My butt's going to be on the hook for it, or we'd be working with neighbors trying to set up carpools and stuff like that. So, the judge a little less than sympathetic.
Yes.
Current situation, Queen of Wands. Underneath is the Page of Wands. She's going to be, doing something she's never done before. It's a new journey, but she is going to represent herself and say which stuff she was accountable for and the stuff that she wasn't. This is a new journey, and it's going to be talking about her father. I do not think she's going to lie.
Yeah.
Over it all, King of Cups. Now, I would not normally throw the King of Cups as Donald, but he is a giant crybaby as far as that goes. Yeah. I think this is just generally referring to the judge in this case, and it could be other judges too, but I think in this case, it's the judge. The judge is going to be, she's concerned about the judge. She's concerned about the judge. She doesn't want to lie because this judge will hold her in contempt.
Yes.
And, again, this is a civil trial. This is all about money. This is not about crime. I mean, it's about crimes, but it's the civil part of it. And if you go up there and lie, you're up for perjury charges, and you're setting yourself up for the criminal trial. Best to be a cooperating witness, especially if you haven't done, I wouldn't say anything wrong. That's really overstating it for the Trump spawn. If you haven't done nearly as much wrong as your brothers and your father, you're better off, singing like a canary and letting them take the fall for what they did. Yeah, and the overarching energy is, it's him or me. This came up in my reading last night. It's him or me, and she's choosing her. Yep. Sorry, Dad, you're gone. I can't, I'm not going to jail for you. And there he is. Outcome is Donald Trump. It's going to be, she is going to put him front and center with everything that went on at Trump.org. And, basically, Donald's going to get to meet the bus. And it's going to be his daughter's handprint on the back of his jacket as he goes flying into it. The end.
Hey, Mumsy. And all Celtics here, and all the wonderful folks that came in. Yes, actually, that's pretty much that the story in my cards. A little different, but the same thing. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody's here. Okay, I start off with the lovers, and strangely enough, yeah, this is Ivanka and her father. Okay, let's face it. Yeah, it is. It's we all need to go have a shower after this. But you know,
Ooh.
find me the one person that says, "Oh, they have a loving father-daughter relationship." I don't see anything wrong with there's something there. Okay? So, yes, the lovers and it's crossed by the 10 of swords. Somebody's going down. And she's decided who that is going to be. She's made a call, and she has decided that she doesn't want to be judged for the things that were done at Trump court, even though she was a willing participant the whole time. Don't kid yourself. This is not you know an innocent child who just happened to be. No, she was a willing participant. She knew exactly what she was doing. But she was also taught morals by her father. What do you expect? What do you expect? And you're absolutely right. It's him or me. This was really an emotional decision for her in that oh, Rose Blue. Yes, hi all. I'm here. Ohio voters won on women's health care in the Constitution. Yes.
I took a
Yeah.
quick look at that at CNN. It looked like it was winning 2-1 over there. It was a beatdown. Now, obviously, you don't know how many counties have reported and if those are red or blue, but yeah, so far it was getting the snot kicked out of it.
Good.
And the legalization of marijuana is winning too.
Excellent. About time. Okay. So yeah, she made a judgment, and it was like you said, it's him or me, and she said it's me. It's going to be me, and that's the end of it. She has been cooperating. The Seven of Swords. She's been cooperating for a while. And she's been giving them the goods. I think that's one of the reasons that they were able that Letitia James was able to get a lot of the information she did is I think Ivanka was passing it along. Okay. She is now in a position with the Five of Swords where she's going to be defending her position, right? Not I only did what I was told to do. Right? That's all. There was only so much information. So yeah, I get the King of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Magician, and I end with the Empress. So yeah, this is her trying to reinvent herself, walk away with whatever she can. And sorry, Dad, because if the shoe was on the other foot, and the shoe has been on the other foot, and he has said to the boys, he's pretty much made it very clear, protect Ivanka at all cost. But if one of you has to go down, one of you's going down. All she did was say, yeah, Dad, you're right. And you're going with them. And funny, from the spiritual AF deck, the card that I got was think twice before you give up. You know what? So yeah, don't be too concerned about her. She's going to be just fine. Just fine.
That Five of Swords just gives me, Dad, one of the two of us was going to prison, and it wasn't going to be me.
Yeah.
I'm a girl. I can't go to prison.
No. What will they do to me? Oh, Daddy, no. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Mousy Girl says your
Yeah, my
earplugs
earplugs.
match your glasses.
Normally, I've got a matching mic too. Um, and phone case. It's not that
Whoa.
blue's my actually green's my favorite color, but this just happens to be the headphones I have. For whatever reason, I think it's my webcam, and I really should invest in a new one. This one's several years old. It buzzes, and when I'm just running the webcam, it buzzes. You hear a static. And when I try and use my microphone, these last several reads, I didn't test it today, but then Marina gets an echo. So I'm relegated to wearing headphones. If you're wondering why I wear headphones during the lives, that's why, because it seems like my setup is causing echoes.
Yeah, there you go. That's why. And yeah, Book Bewitched says Michael Cohen says Ivanka changes her voice in public. Yeah, her real voice is an octave lower, sailor's blush, and she's vicious.
I've heard or read that she cuss. Maybe it was Michael Cohen. Somebody said she cusses like a sailor.
Yep, no doubt. I have absolutely no doubt. So yeah, there you go. And yeah, I never could go along with that throaty voice. Like, who you trying to kid, girlfriend? Come on now. Yeah, yeah, no. Okay, is Daddy going to be in court tomorrow?
Ooh, yeah, that's right. Will Donald Trump really be in court tomorrow? There's a four-carder if you've ever seen one. Come on down.
Yeah, let's just.
It's it's possible. Let's see. Ivanka. Oh, that's interesting. Um, I think honestly, I think he wants to be. I don't think he will be though. What makes me think he might be is that you got the three of coins here.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's the team get together, and he's gonna want to see what she has to say. He's gonna want to hear her singing his praises because he's given her a good life and she's well kept, and it's all due to his fantastic fathering and such.
Yeah.
But underneath, we've got Jack Smith and the King of Swords, and I'm almost wondering if he has some other obligation that he needs to go to involving Jack Smith cases that he can't make it to the civil trial. That's kind of where I'm going with it right now. I think he wants to be there, but there might be something with the DOJ cases that prevents him from being there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. I decided to go with the naughty deck, and what I got was no equals a full sentence. So, yeah, you're right that he is torn. He desperately needs to hear her singing his praises.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to hear what else she might have to say. So, yeah, he's willing to take the chance that no, I do not get the feeling that he is going to be there for whatever reason. I think it would hurt his pride too much to have her say anything negative or anything that that would hurt his image of himself. Yeah, it doesn't feel like he's going to be there, and I think that yeah, Rose Blue says maybe the lawyers told him no
No
way.
way.
It could be because you know that the minute that she said anything that he disagreed with or that would put the blame on him, he'd go psycho.
Mm.
Right? There you go. This is a disaster. Now they've turned my daughter against me. Look at that. Yeah.
Complete with accordion playing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think so. I do something similar to Ivanka when I work drive-through customer service, and I personally sound more like your tour guide Barbie. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, no, I don't think he's going to be there. I think she is going to flip the goods on him. How's that going to make him feel?
How's Trump going to feel about Ivanka?
Yeah.
After Ivanka's testimony, how is Trump emotionally going to be feeling about Ivanka?
Yeah.
Man, I do not want to see the lover's card.
No.
How is Donald Trump going to feel, emotionally speaking, after her testimony? Well, there's her testimony, Queen of Wands, Daddy's little girl's all grown up.
Uh-huh.
There's the bus. There's the bus.
Bye, Daddy.
She's revealing the secrets. Good Lord, I got both those queens again. Queen of Swords, she told it like it was. She's on her own. She's let go the secrets. Bus is there. And to me, this is like, Junior, Eric, and Trump are the three animals that are about to get tossed under that bus. And she's moving on with her life. But that does not tell me even a little bit about how he's feeling, other than how would Donald Trump feel if somebody threw him under the bus. And, and underneath it all, it's going to be methodical. It's going to be a methodical day of answering questions and, basically putting the blame on the 3 Y chromosome bearing Trump peoples.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. I only pulled a few, and I got King of Pentacles. Daddy holding all the money. Daddy's not a nice person. Daddy is all things evil. I have to make a decision. She did make a decision, and this is the one that gets him. Is that he is going to, the 2 of Wands, and then I get the Ace of Wands. He's going to lose it. I think that we are going to see some rage tweeting, and I think that they are going to have to kind of make sure that he's well stocked up on the Adderall, entertainment purposes only, because he's.
I wonder if he's even gonna know that she's thrown him under the bus. It's. I pulled one card off the deck and I looked at it. It's like, how's he gonna feel? It was the Queen of Wands again. I think he's gonna. It's almost like he's gonna look at her like, look at her. She's this powerful woman giving powerful testimony, and he doesn't actually listen or understand the words coming out of her mouth. It's like he's more watching her be composed and answering questions and not getting flustered. And he's going to focus on the optics. And it's almost like he's not going to hear the message. It's like, Donald, you missed the part where she just said you're guilty. Kind of like in his own testimony, he admitted that the documents that he submitted were done to get favorable loans and stuff like that. Completely over his head that what he just admitted to was the crime that they were trying to get him to admit to.
Yeah. I could absolutely see that. Yeah. Yeah. And that he would look at her and say, "Oh my God, isn't she amazing? Isn't she wonderful? She's got this
all mapped out. What a strong, powerful leader, best leader ever. She'd make a great leader of this country one day."
Ivanka 2028. Yeah.
And again, I mean, that whole reading, my cards, it was all about action. Queen of Wands. You got the Knight of Wands. You've got the the Chariot, and he doesn't see it in the Queen of Swords. He just doesn't see it. I don't think he even understands what happens. People will explain it to him, and he'll look at him like, "What are you talking about?" No, I watched the whole thing. She was great up there. She was fantastic. It's almost like he's got a crush on her, and he doesn't actually hear what she's saying because he's too. She's so dreamy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that, yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So let's take a look at some of the voting that has come in, which is, there's a few states that have this, between, they vote for new people the year before the presidential elections and whatnot. And from what I have read, it seems to be that how things go in these off-year elections is a pretty good indicator of how things are going to go during the presidential election. So if the Democrats are doing good, is this, and I'm not saying this for anyone, please do not relax when it comes to voting. You have got to make yourself believe that your vote is the only vote that is going to count, and you absolutely have to be there to vote. It is a matter of life and death, and you vote blue. Just vote Democrat straight up and down the ticket. It doesn't even matter who the people are. Just
until we can get the government kind of, protected and guardrails put up again, and then at that point, let's start looking at. I really don't want to vote for Menendez. You know what I mean? Because that guy's a freaking crook. Got to primary him and get his butt out there. But the hell I would give. There's no Republicans I'd want to put in there. They don't have any honor.
No. From dog catcher all the way up. Okay. Look, don't go down the ticket and go, and when it says Democrat, we got to stop this with what's been going on, and the Republicans really need a spanking, a major big spanking, and I don't mean that in a good way. I know.
Or Stormy Daniels with a roll of Time magazine with his fake picture on it. Beating he needs.
Yeah. Okay. So is this the results that we're seeing? Could this be a forerunner of things to come in 2024?
Okay. And the one thing to remember with the off-cycle elections is that generally speaking, they're low turnout, and generally speaking, Republicans always turn out. So off-cycle elections often favor red candidates. So the fact that Bashir is winning the blue candidate's winning the governorship in Kentucky, both measures passed in Ohio. I think Louisiana's governor is going, and I don't think Elvis's second cousin or nephew is going to take that one home. But okay, is this important of things to come in 2024?
Wow.
Is this important of things to come? The results here. The Democrats have done so well in runoff elections and special elections and such.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Yeah, don't give too much credence to the polls, because polls usually call people on their landlines. How many people have people of a certain age have landlines, and and they also have to answer caller unknown. My mom would do that, or actually she doesn't anymore. Now she screens calls. Is this important of things to come? It's an example of the hard work that's being put in. People are doing the work, and you're seeing the results of the work, and the data helps build up the foundation of the campaign, the back room that's going on, and the fundraising that's going on to help get these candidates forward. Yeah, the people are coming out and letting the candidates and the parties know what they want.
Yeah.
They want women's rights. They want women to make their own bodily autonomy decisions. They want to legalize marijuana. They want to move away from craziness and people telling them what to do, which the most damned ironic thing is the Republicans are all about independence and less government, yet they're the ones going over telling everybody what to do and how to do it. The hypocrisy is real. The Sun card. Basically, with Trump and the Republicans in 2016 through 2020, they showed their true colors. The mask was ripped off, and you got to see exactly what they stood for. And they haven't won much in the way of elections since then. There was supposed to be a big red wave in 2022, and it wasn't that big. So it's unfortunate the Democrats didn't take the House in 2022, but there we have it. Current situation, people want to get out of the craziness. They want to go to calmer times. And the Republicans are not the party that are going to calm things down. They're the party of, playing on people's emotions, playing on fears, riling people up. So, and this is almost like returning back to normalcy from what we've been at. Overarching is the high priestess. Again, okay, so women making bodily decisions, things that are wise, things that are kind. People want society to be kinder. And right now, one party is doing that. And that's the message that they're sending across there. And then there's the social justice aspect of it. I think this card is really indicative of young people. The young people are activated, probably the biggest activation since like the flower power movement of the 60s. These kids are here and they are ready to go, and you better get out of their way, because if you don't, they'll just run your ass over. And it's about time. Yeah, star card. And I do think the young people are the stars in this one. So what do we got? There's a lot of hard work, and the campaigns are paying attention. The people are telling them what they want. We now understand the difference between the Republicans and the Democrats. Folks want things to come down. They want to make their own choices. They want those choices to be inclusive and kind. Young people are motivated. They're going to go out and vote their conscience. They're going to vote their morals and their ethics. And it's a new day, and it's basically the calm after the storm, that people want a beautiful life that's coming in. They want the age of Aquarius, and it's coming. And you can get away and slow it down, but you're going to get run over if you do.
Exactly. Yeah. As you were putting your cards and you have the camera down. Yeah. The 6 of Swords. Yeah. I got that too. Yeah. People have had enough. It's very much been a case of the 5 of Cups. Okay. Where people are starting to realize that, well, wait a minute. Okay. I can look at what I've lost, but I can also pay attention to what I have. And if I don't make a plan to hold on to what I have, all those cups are going to be turned over, not just 3. So, time to take the bull by the horns, time to do something. I get the Lover's card, which is, they are starting to, they're starting to pay attention to what it is that both sides are offering them, and they're seeing that there's one side is telling them what's good for the country, what needs to be done, and the other side is saying, tell me what you want me to tell you. What do you want to hear? Okay, and I'll repeat that for you. I think at the world. So definitely time for a big change. It's a new world, and it's funny that in this particular deck, it's the female. It's the lovely dark-haired woman who's holding on to the world and saying, "Don't worry about it. I got you. I'll take care of this." Yeah. So, absolutely. There's A lot of women are coming out to vote, and even the younger people are understanding the importance of the female vote and the importance of the female voice in government. And then the Six of Swords going on to something better, and being in a world where there's action and creativity and good ideas and all kinds of good things that can be brought up, that can be discussed. We can disagree, and it's good when we disagree, right? Because then we have an opportunity to have a conversation, and different points of view come up, and people are then in a much better position to make a well-informed decision. Up until now, what's been happening with the GOP is it's been fear. It's been fear. They're coming after your guns. They're coming after your what is it, gas stoves. They're coming after this. They're going to take away your Social Security. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. That's not the case. And I'll read again the little part here that, as I was doing some of the research on things that I wanted to for us to read on, and no surprise to anyone, Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, don't look at my eye, there's nothing wrong with it, endorsed her former boss, Donald Trump. Of course she did. Of course she did. Here's what she said, and I quote, "It's not a question between right versus left anymore. It's normal versus crazy. And President Biden and the left are doubling down on crazy," said the woman who for years lied like a sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, I think that people are realizing what's on offer, and what's on offer from the GOP isn't good. Yeah. No wonder Vivek wants to change voting age to 24.
Yes, if you change it to 24, you buy yourself another voting cycle or two.
Yeah. That's not really going to help a whole heck of a lot. But
Well, it's
try everything, right?
Yeah, well, it helps because if you can delay it, then you can try and get more judges in there. You can enact more laws and just really gum up the works to prevent people from undoing all the shenanigans that you've been doing. It's really one of the reasons why we have such extremism in the country right now, especially from the right, with all the gerrymandering. Because the only thing they have to worry about is being primaried, and the thing that resonates with the Republican voters is being more extreme than your opponent, the primary opponent. They've already got it in the bag against the Democrats. All they have to do is get through the primary. This is why Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz and Jim Jordan and guys like that are just unhinged, because they're in really protected districts. So they don't have to worry about Democrats taking over. And their districts may not be gerrymandered. It might just be they're in a rural red district. But if gerrymandering makes it even harder, and then that drives the right even more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Crazy. I just think it to me, shaking my head doesn't feel right. It's almost like, I'd like to be able to confront her and say, Sarah, when you shake your head, do you hear a noise? Like, do you hear anything? Just curious, right? Just because there's, Anyway, don't. If I get started,
that woman, there's a few people that irritate me. She is one of them, because she just goes out and bald-faced lies and then gets all obnoxious about it. Kind of like that same woman, Virginia Fox, is that her name? The one that told the reporter to shut up when he was challenging Mike Johnson about his memo that he wrote for Texas trying to overturn Pennsylvania's election. Legitimate question. He was just asking, could you clarify your position on it? 2 years, 4 years down from doing that, and he's being told by some obnoxious person to shut up. Heaven forbid anybody tell a Republican to shut up.
Yeah. Please. I need my pearls. Come on.
Now, I did have a question. Teresa was just asking. Was asking about this, and it was, what will happen to the right-wing psych? Oh, you got it up there. Great.
Yeah.
Will they lose followers? It's the darndest thing. I've only seen like one. It was It was earlier this year, like April timeframe, March, April timeframe, and somebody was saying, you throw the same readings as this other person, and you get totally different answers. And so I went up and looked up this other person, and she was a right-wing tarot reader, and she had like hundreds of thousands of subscriptions. Linda G has got the biggest account I know, and she's at like 60 to 70,000. And this woman, well, I don't know if it was hers or if it was a group, but whatever it was, she had like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, which was first stunning. And I tried watching one of her videos. I didn't get 30 seconds into it before 2 to 3 QAnon conspiracy theories were spouted out. And at that point, it's like, I'm not even going to listen. This is a waste of my time. I wanted to see what she was doing, but all it was spreading fear. And I guess, they don't have anybody else to turn to, and it validates everything they want to believe. So, yeah, if I wanted to make money, if I really wanted to make money, and this was not about helping people, but enriching myself, man, oh man, you better believe I would be doing right-wing tarot and telling them everything they want to hear. Donald Trump was the greatest president ever. This is all a witch hunt. It's all going to be overturned. The deep state's going to try their darndest. They might succeed, but know that God's behind Trump. I'd have subscriptions up the wazoo.
I know.
Jesus.
I know. Yeah, I know. Exactly. And I can tell you that, I am aware that there are a couple, one in particular that happens to be in my neck of the woods.
Does she have does he or she have like a ton of subscribers, or are they small? Are they smaller like us?
No. She started off being kind of smaller, like we were, a little more in terms of subscribers than what I've got now. Okay. But all of a sudden, it went from having, a few thousand subscribers to 20, 30, 40, 90, 110. It was like, what is going on? And I noticed the tone of the channel absolutely changed from one of reading the cards and reading the energy to no one's going to tell me what to do when it comes to COVID. I am going to go out there and just kind of going out and filming herself, almost daring people at the height of COVID to say something about, you can't come in here because you're not wearing a mask. And it went from that to Walt Disney, and Disney World is a breeding ground for pedophiles, to Trump.
I always knew Pluto. I looked a little funny there.
Yeah. Well, there's always one in every crowd, right? And Pluto happened to be there. But, and I had, because the subscriptions were jumping so rapidly, I heard someone say that what a lot of these people were doing is that they were able to buy subscribers.
How do you do? I don't even know how does one do that?
I have no idea.
Sherry had posted. I'm sorry to interrupt. Sherry had posted the same thing, and I think it fits with what I was seeing, because it was like she had an account, but it was almost like it was like a hosted thing. Like this was somebody's hosted channel, and she was like a sub program that was associated with Sherry. I can't really explain it because I don't understand it, but that's what it kind of looked like. And the way what you're describing, what Sherry's describing, fits. I just don't understand how that works.
I don't know either. I think that a lot. Yeah, okay. Entertainment purposes only, right? What do I know?
Just some random person on the
Just
internet
an
reading
old
tarot cards.
woman,
That's my
yeah,
line.
yeah, on YouTube reading effing cards. Okay, yeah. So I think that what happens is if you are if you make it known to certain people um, that you are willing to for a certain amount of money, um, I am willing to promote your ideas. Okay, so you guarantee me an income of X number of dollars per month through however you want to guarantee me that income, and you tell me the position you want to take, and I will take that position. Right?
Okay.
I mean, yeah, if one of those people, well, one of those people wouldn't be listening to my channel, that's for damn sure. But if you know someone who might, yeah, yeah, prove to me that I'm wrong. Yeah, prove to me that I'm wrong. And here you go. Yeah, Sherry says I was approached on Instagram that for $250 and up, I could purchase guaranteed subscribers to my channel.
That sounds
Exactly.
like bots.
Yeah, yeah,
Extreme Brands is saying, yeah, lots and lots of bots. That sounds about right. Because how else can you guarantee it?
that's right. Yeah, yeah. And then don't forget too that there are people out there who, they're mm, just a second. Hold on. Sharon says, I just Googled it. You can buy subscriptions on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. There are a lot of people out there who, let's say their cornbread ain't cooked all the way through. It's a little mushy in the middle. Okay? So they are willing to support anyone whose opinion mirrors their own, right?
Yeah,
So
self-selecting.
yeah, and that's how they get in. It's word of mouth. It's like anything else. Oh my God, you've got to hear so and so. They were absolutely right on, and it's the same person who does tarot readings or mediumship readings um, online, and we'll start off by asking you a lot of questions. So, you'd like a tarot reading? Is there something going on in your life right now that you're concerned about? Do you have a particular question that maybe I can look into for you? And they pull out that information from you and then they present it to you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. The moon. I can see it. I can see the drama. It's happening in your life. You're absolutely right. That sister of yours, up to no good. And right, you feed into that kind of stuff.
Don't forget the curse. You always have to have the curse that's on there, and got to remove the curse. Oh,
Yes.
just public service announcement. I know Sterling's had to do this recently, and I'm nowhere. I'm not even holding his dirty tube socks. I would never. I never pimp my audience for donations or anything along those lines. If you were ever to get something from YouTube or Instagram or Facebook saying, hey, send me some money and I'll set you up for some reading, that ain't me.
No.
I am
No.
no. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. And I
No.
would feel
It's you know
horrible
what?
if anybody watching my channel fell for something like that.
Yeah. It is It's a service that I offer that is part of the description. If you go to the About Me page, there it is. It's in there. But I'm not about to get in touch or, specifically go after my subscribers and say, I just had a feeling something was happening. I think, maybe you need a reading. No. No. It's if you want to approach me, that's fine. It doesn't work the other way around. Right? Because that's not what we're doing it for. Now, having said that, I will tell you guys that if you are not already subscribed to David's channel,
speaking of pimping,
make sure that you go over and like, share, and subscribe to David's channel, because he is just absolutely fantastic. You've seen him, right? You've watched him. He is just, you get a good reading. You get an honest reading, right? You're not going to get a whole lot of sugar-coated stuff. It is what it is. The best part is that, I think both David and I agree that if I get it wrong, I get it wrong.
Yeah. No, I beat myself if I get it wrong. But I will also be one of the first people to post up on my community page if I whiff. I've done that a couple of times, and it's more annoying. Like the whole Ken Paxton, I'm still salty about the Ken Paxton thing, and it could very well be free will. They were supposed to vote him out, and Paxton threw a bunch of money at him, and okay, fine, they were supposed to vote him out. I think that's what happened with that one, but and with actually where my bias came in, I think with the Mike Johnson one, I had rewatched my Mike Johnson video, and one of the cards that came out was the Karma card, the Wheel of Fortune. And when I watched it afterwards, like, okay, well, that was your clue that he was going to get in. This was kind of a destined thing. And even in the video, I said, he's not really going to get in, is he? And then I threw the next card, and it was the 10 of Wands, and that's what pulled me out of the he's going to get into, no, it's too hard. But really what it was is, oh, he's going to get in all right, and it's going to be hard. It's like, okay. And I don't do it too often watching my videos. I watched the Trump one the other night because I wanted to see what I said about it and compare to how he behaved the next day, just being obnoxious. Because I saw him going after the clerk, and he didn't really go after the clerk per se, but they did go after her at the end with filings and stuff like that. But and I knew he was going to be unhinged. I just didn't realize it was just totally just going to never answer a question and be Looney Tunes, although I kind of saw that too. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Totally get it. And thank you, Becky.
Yeah, you guys, and yes, his humor and snarkiness, and he's honest and he's brilliant. Absolutely. Yeah, I like that too, and I like that evil little giggle. Something's coming. Like, oh. Okay.
Yeah. I've been doing that for a while. The gals at work, they're like, "Uh-oh, he's laughing again." That evil giggle, that's like that's like pain coming out of my body.
Yeah.
It's pain or a smirk in the form of a laugh. So like when I read on it and it's something like, Donald Trump's lying all the time. It's like, oh, he's gonna he's gonna pay the price for that. That's pain leaving my body because it's just like it's been so much anguish about when is this guy ever going to get his comeuppance, that when it finally is coming, it's like, hey, I'm here for that. But other times it's just I have a great bill. I'm sorry?
I said, I'll take 2 front row seats for that.
Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? Think about doing more conspiracy theories. I did the Ivanka Trump one. My most watched video is now the Ivanka Trump conspiracy theory one that came out like in May or something like
Uh-huh.
that. Why? I don't know. It just it resonated with people. I did a follow-up one, but when I did that one, I was like, okay, this is conspiracy theory alert. This is for entertainment purposes only. We're going to go diving deep into the conspiracy pool, and just realize that whatever comes out of this one is just for fun. Don't, because you're talking crazy town here, and people, for whatever reason, they're really enamored with that one. Probably because they think she was murdered, and they'll probably never find out unless there's a hitman and he confesses.
Exactly. Yeah, because she was cremated
By her
very quickly too.
Yeah, by her first husband, not her second or third husband, and who gave him rights to do that. A couple. Shortly before her non-disclosure agreement was going to expire, and she was going to give some testimony or a deposition. There's a lot of things that lined up to make that look fishy. And then he put her urn in a giant casket and bury it on a golf course, because that's not sus. So I understand why people are really digging the conspiracy theory with her.
Yes, exactly. Okay, you know what? I should double.
I really hope there's a PP tape. God, I hope there's a PP tape.
You know what? We're at
you
an hour.
Want to do that?
We got a couple minutes. Yeah. Is there a PP tape?
Is there a PP tape? I think every time I've thrown on that, I don't remember what I've gotten anyways. Yeah. Is there a PP tape? Or upside down. Page of Pentacles. If there is, we're talking young women who were paid. These would not be, these were not prostitutes who were 28 to 30 years old. These are prostitutes that are like 14 years old type of thing.
Uh-huh.
The Magician. Okay, is there a PP tape? I'm going to say yes. It's involving young women that were paid to do this. They didn't have much of a choice, or after they did. Oh God! Here's there's the woman with the puddle underneath her. I don't think they had a lot of choice in it. It's like they were told to do this. You're going to do this. We've got the Magician and the Empress, the 1 and the 3 card. This was done to generate compromise so that somebody could get what they wanted by holding it over him. And there's a lot of chaos and fighting and squabbling about maybe when to I'm not sure what this is. If this is fighting to use the tape or just causing chaos. But this card makes me think that it's there. I'll have to think about what that chaos card is. But I think there is, and I think that's more than me just wanting to believe it. I actually think there is something there. Maybe it's not a PP tape per se, but it's a PP tape. It's a PP tape. Yeah. Young girls were forced to do something against their better judgment.
Yeah. Okay. I start off with the Knight of Pentacles, and what drew me as I'm looking at this card is just look at that very effeminate male and the way that he is stroking that horse. That it just kind of felt like, yeah, come on, sweetheart. You want to. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. 3 of Pentacles. Yes, there was people who put this together. And it
what are those people doing in the background? Are they setting up? What are they setting up?
They are. Oh, hold on.
It's not a camera, is it?
No, they're what they're doing is they've got apples and they're no, um they're setting up a pentacle and there's yeah, if you can see it there.
Yeah, I mean, I just look at that. It looks like an old camera. It's like two people setting up the camera or the lighting to set up
Uh-huh.
the stage for the
Yeah,
woman.
yeah. To look at look at the
The
young one.
production.
Absolutely. Okay. Knight of Cups. Um just I'll
False friend, false.
yeah, I'll tell you what you want to hear. You know what? This is no one's ever going to find out about this. It's going to give you an opportunity to have, a little bit of extra cash. Everyone could use a little bit of extra cash. Um, don't worry about it. You'll very, very much talked into it, and just it like one of those not opportune moments, but someone taking advantage of a situation,
Yeah.
right? That's what it is.
Mm.
And judgment. So yeah, it's they may very well come out with it at some point, but now that so many people have said and talked about the PP tape, well, it kind of tends to lose a lot of the
Shock
surprise,
value.
right? The shock value. So while it may not have been initially anything that was that Trump would have wanted released, it's to the point now that well, whatever, But I think that there is something there. There is definitely some kind of compromise there that, and so many people have talked about different things that, Vladimir has said, oh, well, never mind.
And for Linda, I think the original story was that it was a PP tape. We assumed he was being urinated on, and Rose Blue was pointing out that it's also been said numerous times he's a germaphobe. So I think the story was that the PP tapes were actually, they went to a room that Obama allegedly had slept in, and he probably had a couple of girls urinate on the bed. Probably Trump was all the way across the room near the door so he wouldn't be close to the germs. But doesn't that sound like something Trump would think was really funny? Not so much that they're peeing, but they're peeing on a bed that Obama slept in, because screw that guy. That's what he deserves.
Yeah. And it could even, and I could even see him standing on top of the bed going, this is where he was. Yeah. Was his wife with him? And whipping it out and, here you go. Piss on you.
Yeah.
What does he care? He gets another room. He gets another bed. It's not like, So anyway. Alrighty. Folks, we are at 1 hour, 8 minutes. I am going to ask you to please like, share, and subscribe to Heart Center Tarot. I just made it over 2,000 subscribers. It's, you know what? It's a little thing in the grand scheme of things, but oh my gosh, it made me so excited. So on Saturday at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I am going to throw you guys a party. So come on over. There'll be some readings. There'll be some mystery guests. There'll be some prizes. There'll be all kinds of interesting things. It'll be a party. So come on over. Tell your friends to come on over. Like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff. So anyway, thank you. That's what I want to say about that. So David, as always, what a pleasure. Well, absolutely.
Pleasure is mine. Always mine.
It's so nice. It's like sitting together, having coffee with a friend going, oh, did you hear that? What did they say? What, Yeah, it's just
I always, when I get to some really snarky ones, I will apologize to folks because some people do watch me first thing in the morning with their coffee. It's like, I apologize for your screen if you just did a spit take. Or if I've said something that's like, oh, that bagel's not going to taste so good now.
No, no, no. Yeah. So there, yeah. Thank you, you guys. 2 weeks from today, that'll be on the 21st, just before your American Thanksgiving. Yeah,
Yay! I'm looking forward to American Thanksgiving.
yeah, yeah. We'll see. I'm sure that we're going to have a whole lot to talk about at that point. I think that there's some things that are coming up that are going to be, little surprises, but it'll give us definitely give us something to chat about. In the meantime, you folks stay calm. Just stay calm. Know that the universe is taking care of this. Just be positive. So there. All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, David.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I do appreciate everybody showing up and keeping the chat active. Always fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Take